So we're gonna go ahead and
And
go on to.
socks.
We're gonna go ahead and get into our discussion portion, which, as I mentioned before, is the My Little Pony issue 54 comic. Of course, for you guys joining here on the call with me, I have a download link for the Dropbox if you want to grab a digital version of the comic to follow along. Now, the reason I brought up this one of all of the of all of the comics so far, this one actually ties in to one of the episodes with Fluttershy leans in. Of course, this is during the time Fluttershy is trying to build her animal sanctuary. She enlists the help of her faithful rabbit friend to take care of all the animals while she is busy telling off the contractors.
Again.
Yeah.
Man, that was such a boring episode.
It wasn't bad. But the comic does add in a little bit of depth to it, which is kind of nice. And of course, this is done by Jay Foskett, who unfortunately I put my hoof in my mouth more than a few times with his artwork earlier in the MLP career, but it has gotten better. Or no, wait, no, I'm talking about somebody else. I've always loved Jay Foskett's art. Who was I talking about? And now I put my foot
I
in
don't
my
know.
mouth
Who were
again.
you talking about?
I don't know, but I gotta stop talking because I'm just making myself stupid. Okay.
You're a rambler.
Dead base.
I don't know, but I don't think thinking that don't think and talking
Because I'm a rambler. I'm a rambling.
Lord, I was born a rambling man.
How in the world are we making this work so well?
Because you have at least one country boy, one Californian, and one Utahan.
I know, it drives me
Don't
crazy.
call me in California.
And one guy.
Really, I should be the one bringing up the Elmer Brothers.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the comic here. Of course, we start off with a big old screenshot of the pet hospital. Of course, we have Fluttershy standing out with the Great Bunny Crusader. Why do I keep forgetting his damn name?
Angel.
Angel. Jeez. Seriously,
I even that's the name of my twin sister.
Jeez, I would think it's Angel the Devil Bunny. How could I not make the connection there? So Angel the Devil Bunny and Fluttershy is standing outside with the literal ball of animals. Of course, it looks more like an elephant just decided to give everybody a big group hug, and for some reason they're crammed in a corner. Which I'm kind of wondering here. I can understand if conditions were crowded, but you have Fluttershy standing out in a nice open area, and they're all crammed in a corner. But in any case, there you are. They're all crammed in a corner. Fluttershy is saying that you need to hold on. We're building a sanctuary space for everybody. And so we need you to be patient, and while we appreciate your patience, I'm going to go ahead and have my crippled rabbit take care of all of you. Which pretty much would have licked any response from anybody who has a broken leg and then was told to take care of a bunch of bloodthirsty, ferocious animals.
So
Hey, I know your leg's all like fucked up to hell, but can you run this package down to the post office for me? Oh yeah, and the car's not starting because the battery's dead. Thanks.
Hey, no.
Katrina, I have an easy answer for that.
Also, apparently there's a gangland war going on nearby the area, so you might want to watch out for flying bullets.
Hey, John, I know both your legs are broken, but I'm going to need you to deliver this package. You have to walk, though. So stop being lazy.
So we see the terrified look of Angel Bunny.
Oh, and there's stairs. It's on the 5th floor.
So we see the terrified look of Angel Bunny, and as Fluttershy starts to walk off,
No, fuck that Angel.
Angel Bunny decides to express his concern that maybe he's not exactly well tasked or suited or capable or even handy capable for the job. And of course, Fluttershy has to give him a big old smile and say, "I know you can do it."
He's handy capable.
And she goes on to a big stirring speech. She's going to be busy working so hard with all of the contractors to make sure everything goes perfect and the building is built properly. And we need you to absolutely take care of these animals, and only you can do it. Well, Fluttershy rolls her eyes like she has to pretty much pep talk him anytime she wants him to do anything. And of course,
Well,
Angel Bunny apparently relents.
on circuit, technically I'm handicapable because I have crippling depression.
Oh, good for you.
Oh,
You can't
what
park
else
in this.
did-
You can't park in his space. You're not handicapped. Yes, I am. I'm mentally insane. And he puts a little placard on the dashboard, and it's got a little face with like a confusion look on it.
Oh, no. The reason
If
why
anyone gets that reference, please tell me
Yeah.
that you do, and I'll get you a cookie.
I wish I did. It sounds funny.
no, but the thing is, I actually did that before. But the only thing is, I just told him that I'm schizophrenic.
Ooh, schizophrenia. That's always.
Oh
a good-
yeah, technically I am diagnosed with schizophrenia.
There's people right behind you.
Okay,
You're watching.
we're gonna go ahead and vanish off the face of the earth now. No, I'm kidding. We still love you, Silent. But moving right along, Fluttershy decides, you know what? I can understand, Angel Bunny, that you can't take care of all of these animals, so I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna take Rupert the well-mannered snake with me.
Rupert the well-mannered snake.
Oh, he looks like a damn butler, sketchy.
He's gonna bite you in the dick.
He's actually, he pretty much he serves finger sandwiches. He's incredibly polite. He's a well-mannered snake.
How
And that's
can
the
he
only
put-
animal Fluttershy's taking with her.
How can he serve finger sandwiches when he doesn't have fingers?
He is that damn good.
He'll just bite you in the dick. That's what happens.
Okay, so Angel Bunny sees the big ball of animals that's right in front of him. Of course, he decides that he needs to lay out some rules. So then we got Angel Bunny, pet detective, or pet negotiator. And apparently he can't count because he goes from rules 10 to 267 after about 3 lines. And then he goes to
Oh, it's just a lot of
1006
time
after
that
a few
passed.
more lines.
He just has the same technology as Chris Jericho in his list of 1,004 holds.
Ah, there you go. So he expresses the rules. Rule number 1, make sure you have a drink whenever you're podcasting.
Rule number 2: never have to go to the bathroom while you're podcasting.
Usually a good idea. But yes,
Well, I can't quite do number 1 because that's illegal.
okay, first he starts off with the simple rules. Dogs don't chase the cats. Then he goes to the extraordinary rules. Apparently chipmunks are a hazard to everybody's health if they run with scissors. And then he stares at the big ball of animal. And the ball of animal lets loose.
Well, the thing is, Circuit, they can stab people.
So as
Stab.
we see, the animals start to run amok. The elephant freaks out. The bats steal the fruit. The kangaroo jumps around. The giraffe gets stuck in a filing cabinet. I'm still not sure how that happened. And of course, the cheetah is chasing the dog, who's chasing the dog, who's chasing the cat, who's after the cat, who's after the rat, who's after the mouse, who's after the fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Anyway, obviously, and of course, Angel
Stop
Bunny.
squeaking your damn chair! WD-40 on that shit.
Josh,
He's
It's a bed.
dude,
Put some WD-40 on that shit.
dun, 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 dun.
get a new bed.
No, no.
It is a new bed. Fuck you.
What?
Hey, get one of them fancy, what do you call them? Tempur-Pedics? Yeah, one of those.
Get one of the memory
mattress.
foam mattresses, man. Those big old squishy memory foams you sink in
Get
and you
it
can't get up.
100%
Circuit.
You know the one where you
Circuit, it
can
is
put
a
that
memory foam
fancy
mattress.
wine bottle on there, jump up and down, it don't spill. You know, those are the ones. You know. what I'm
Okay, look. The only reason it squeaks is because it's a sofa sleeper.
I know.
enough.
I'm
talking about.
just
Oh
messing.
God,
Hey, it's better than the
those are
futon I was
uncomfortable.
using. That's better than the
Oh, your
futon I was using.
futons are horrible.
Anyway, moving
So, yeah.
right along. Angel Bunny apparently has lost all control. He
Yep.
tries to tell them to stop. And then immediately
You're like,
thinks,
fuck you, you ain't my dad.
And then he immediately thinks, I should probably go get Fluttershy. Though, why in the world she has her under a microscope, I'm not entirely sure.
Can we all agree that Angel Bunny is a piece of shit?
Yeah, but he does get
I
his a
second
little
that.
bit. He does get his a little bit here, so at least we have our fun with our revenge of
He
him.
gets his comeuppance.
So Fluttershy, of course, he remembers Fluttershy can't be in two places at once, and Fluttershy is counting on him, and he's got to be the man, and he's got to grow up and stop being such a pussy willow wimp. And then he suddenly gets an idea.
His tiny little rabbit balls have finally dropped.
He finally gets an idea, so he starts to corral all of the pets of the main six. Starting off with, of course, Owlicious. Moving on to the turtle. Moving on to a very reluctant cat. Moving on to a very stupid alligator. Moving on to a dumber dog. And then suddenly realizing he needs even more help.
He's really that stupid.
He realizes he needs more help. So he remembers, oh wait, those are 3 fillies that are willing to do anything and everything because they're absolutely incompetent.
That's a great idea.
Crusaders, fuck, they'll do a better job at this shit.
So after about 5 pages of no dialogue and memory talk, we actually get our first conversations once again with the Cutie Mark Crusaders, who are wondering why did Angel Bunny and all these pets suddenly come in out of nowhere into their clubhouse, and immediately suspect somebody fell down a well. And of course they start talking amongst each other. What are we supposed to do? What's going on? How can we help? And then unfortunately Angel Bunny uses the most devastating attack in his arsenal.
The fuck you punch?
No, the sad rabbit eyes. Unfortunately he has learned from Fluttershy. His abilities have grown. We must all be afraid.
Very afraid.
So the Cutie Mark Crusaders suddenly feel compelled to help, as if memorized by some weird magic spell.
Mesmerized, not memorized.
The same diff. No, it's not the same diff, I know.
No.
So they come to save the day, just to immediately be run over by a bunch of pets running all over the place.
Splat!
And so they realize they are way in over their heads. In fact, everybody realizes they're way in over their heads. Except for Gummy, who apparently always looks like he's in over his head.
Because he's in too deep and trying to keep...
Alright.
He's like paralyzed horse, from The Greatest Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In all honesty, though, it is hilarious because you see them jumping in to be all brave and courageous, and Gummy is the only one that stays absolutely the same in both frames.
Holy shit, now that I think of it, from that 100th episode, I think that's basically what they were going for.
He's paralyzed horse, yeah.
Yeah.
In any case, they charge in.
And what about the poor gator? His flank forever blank, wandering this world without a purpose.
So the CMC do what they do best. They immediately charge in and start chasing after the animals with themselves and yelling, screaming, hooting, hollering, making bigger and bigger messes, and trying to bring down the commotion by yelling
incompetent.
at them. So obviously it is not doing much good, especially when Gummy tries to conquer the sloth.
So we had a sloth-off between a gator and an actual sloth.
Between Gummy and a sloth.
Sloth-off? Sloth-off? God, that... Sloth-off. Jesus Christ.
So in a moment of actual clarity, Apple Bloom realizes that they're only making the problem worse. And Angel Bunny is, of course, standing in a corner and completely losing his mind. And thinks he hears a voice coming. He hears a voice suddenly. Yes.
Shush!
And he thinks he hears a voice. And Fluttershy is going to save the day. So he follows the voice and realizes that the Fluttershy, unfortunately, is dealing with some issues. Because, unfortunately, the shelter that they tried to build is not what they wanted. She fired them all, and now she has to work on it all on herself. And when Angel Bunny hears all this... And, of course, Fluttershy sees him and lays on a thick guilt trip, the likes of which even Angel Bunny couldn't be able to say no to. Of course, Rupert the Snake realizes that bullshit is up. But, of course, he doesn't say anything because he's a snake.
Rupert the Snake.
And of course, Angel Bunny tries to assure them as best he can, pushes Fluttershy out of the way. She gives him a big hug and continues on her merry pathway on 2 legs. Somebody try to figure that one out. Kind of looks weird that way.
The
So
show is
far
weird.
we have not.
And then
So
finally, sorry.
I was saying, so far we haven't had a "Don't Step on Snake" meme.
Yeah. And then, as Angel Bunny is trying to figure out what to do, he gets another brilliant idea. And he goes in and starts to jump up and down. Apparently, the brilliant idea was to jump up and down, and it worked. It grabbed everybody's attention.
He had to jump up to get down.
Oh yeah.
Get down with the sickness. You must get up. Get down with the sickness.
And so Angel
You fuck
Bunny,
it up.
Angel Bunny apparently pulls up an easel out of nowhere and begins to draw. To the amazement of the Cutie Mark Crusaders, who realize that they have found a sentient bunny that can actually draw.
And it's a penis.
Unfortunately,
Wow,
it is.
fucking wrong.
No.
Wow. Hey,
Actually, no, it's not a penis.
That's-
It's blooming
that's-
apples. It's blooming apples.
that's kind of ironic. There's a tow truck that's broken down on the side of the highway.
Does the super tow truck pick up the tow truck?
And the guy's like, oh man, I broke down. I should call a tow truck. Ah, fuck.
Just like, damn it. So the CMC see the plan and they break up into groups. So Scootaloo
that's kind of irony.
Scootaloo grabs the fast runners, or basically for some reason Tank and Winona, and starts to run everybody around in giant circles, including a giant elephant. I'm still wondering how the hell a giant elephant is running around in all of this.
Is the
Elephant?
his legs. To be fair, he can fly.
And of course they realize
Have they ever shown an elephant in the show?
no,
I'm
it was
now
never in the
trying to
episode. It was
wonder
never
if
in
they
the
have.
episode. Never.
No, I'm
that
saying-
symbol.
I'm saying an elephant in general. I don't think I've ever
No.
seen one.
Nope, never had one.
No, but we have had a giraffe in this episode.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I'm like, would that be a sentient animal in the sense of like it can speak?
But
It's
a
really hard
giraffe
to
is
say.
a dog.
Nobody really knows.
It's
But
pretty
the-
much anything with hooves can
Yeah.
talk. Seems like that's the rule.
Except for the goats.
Well, the
goats-
goats still communicate.
Well,
The goats are still assholes.
yeah.
Well, who knows? The
I was
giraffe
about
might
to
have
say
been.
the sheep. No, the sheep talk. No, that goat was just mentally capable,
Ah, there you go.
not handicapped.
Well, any case, Scootaloo comes up with the first idea. Pets need exercise. The entire pet community says, "Die." And then they combine Appalicious, and Gummy, because I can't mix him with any of these. Apple Bloom, Owlicious, and Gummy come together in order to give treats to the animals and teach them tricks, which apparently is to Tetris them or have them lift an entire giraffe with bunny ears.
Do, 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 do.
Seriously, that cheetah looks like he's enjoying himself a little too much there. I mean, really.
That's
He's
because
like,
he's
"Oh,
about to eat a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's Chester.
But yeah, they teach him all sorts of tricks. They feed him the little animals.
It's not easy being cheesy.
And the Gummy teaches him the most important trick of stay.
Good job, Gummy.
Good job, Gummy, indeed.
You
Well, the
know it.
animals are-
Shake it.
The animals are apparently having a little too much fun performing. Seriously, these are the most animated animals I've ever seen, and that's saying something.
Badoon-ching.
And then finally, Sweetie
Animated
Belle,
animals.
Angel, and Opal come together to groom the animals. So they start to wash them.
Wow.
And then my PDF document starts to whitewash an entire page. I don't know what happened there.
How do you groom a snake?
Simple. Rub the scales.
How do you groom a sneaky snailer? Oh, okay, that was stupid.
That sounds weird.
I know,
I can
right?
show you how
Hey,
to groom
Blank.
I can show you how to groom my snake.
Ah.
Dude,
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Of course, real fast, Blank has joined us for shenanigans. How's it going, Blank?
Sketch, leave that for the missus.
Dead.
Leave that for the missus.
All right, so Sweetie Belle and Opalescence and everybody else finally finish cleaning up the animals. And let's see, apparently Opal is being demonstrative, which she doesn't like, and immediately tries to kill everybody.
Wait, Opal's a he?
Again.
Who knows with Opal? He might actually be a he.
Opal is a female, from what we.
Who are you to decide whose gender she is?
Did you just assume Opal's gender?
Any case,
no.
Sweetie Belle starts to pet Opal, which gets her purring, and happy, and then immediately starts to get tackled by a bear and an elephant that wants pets.
I would like to point out.
Sweetie Belle has officially died at this point.
Yeah. I would like to point out the last time Sweetie Belle and Opal were in a scene together, someone lost some hair, and it wasn't the cat.
Yeah, but it was still funny. So they finally get all the pets calmed down and relaxed. Everybody starts to take a nap. And Angel Bunny feels fit to wear the sunglasses once again. And of course he starts to immediately feel guilty afterwards after he hears all the hard work that they did. While all they did is point them in the right direction. And of course Fluttershy and Nurse Lovejoy. I forget her name. Give me a break.
Dr. Fauna.
Thank you, Dr. Fauna. Actually, they changed her name, oddly enough.
Dr. Fondle.
Yeah, Dr. Fauna.
She's a proctologist.
Fluttershy and Dr. Fauna come back and they see, oh, the pets are well behaved. Everybody's so clean and happy, and apparently the Cutie Mark Crusaders popped out of nowhere. And I guess we consider them animals now.
Would Dr. Fondle's full name be Dr. Fondle's These Nuts?
And of course, Cutie Mark Crusaders say, yeah, we could take credit, but if something goes wrong, we're gonna just go ahead and let Angel Bunny accept Angel Bunny. Bunny.
Angel Bunny.
Angel Bunny.
It's a homeless pony named
He has a bum.
We're gonna let Angel Bunny accept all credit, especially if something has gone wrong.
Especially if something's gone wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, because they can't be blamed.
And of course, for the next few panels, we realize that these ponies are literally standing up on their hind legs most of the time. I mean, seriously, we got Fluttershy and the Doctor coming in on hind legs. We see Fluttershy standing there on hind legs. She's on forelegs for a moment there, and then all of them are standing on hind legs.
Oh
no, they're standing on hind legs. And of course, Sweetie Belle has this
slowly turning into anthropomorphics. Oh god.
And of course, Sweetie Belle's doing this whole weird hip feet kind of pointed inward kind of thing. I don't know what that's all about. And of course, there's Bunny.
What? I can't see any of this. I'm just going off of what he's describing. Sounds lewd.
It's crazy. It's crazy weird. So Sweetie Belle says, Angel Bunny is the one who taught us. He told us to treat the animals like he was treated every single day. So obviously we did.
Shit.
And then we realized that he meant the good stuff, not throwing them around the room. And
but that's what I would do with that bunny every day.
I know,
right? Little son of a sack of shit.
Just drop kick it every day.
And so Fluttershy gives Angel the praises, and of course Angel accepts the praises because it's a comic book. And then the Cutie Mark Crusaders say it's time for us to go home because we are exhausted and we literally did the bunny's work for him.
Because
Scoodle's like, yeah, I really should check on my cardboard box underneath the overpass.
And of course, Fluttershy tells the animals that everybody should get a good night's sleep, so that for the next few days you can still spend time with your friend Angel Bunny.
And the look on Angel Bunny's face is like, oh
and
no.
Yes, Angel Bunny is apparently still stuck in hell, so he still gets his comeuppance no matter
Every
what.
moment I live is agony.
And of course, we get a little sneak peek at the next comic to come up, which is, of course, the Legends of Equestria, dealing with, of course, Star Swirl the Bearded and Celestia and Luna, because why not?
Oh, actually, then, if it's number 3,
it's number 1. It's number 1.
Oh, number 1. Okay.
Number 1.
We are number 1. Hey.
Apparently, Robbie Rotten has cancer.
Yeah, that's what they did a
we
huge
know
bunny.
it's terminal.
I never knew.
Well, no, you do.
I never said I was gonna I never said I was gonna die. I just said I was terminally ill. God.
What does terminal mean, Suki?
Who knows?
It means that you're at the hospital, and it's called the terminal. Duh.
Well, it also means that you have no idea who we are.
Yeah, because that was sketchy talking.
Any case, so that is the comic. My Little Pony issue 54. Fluttershy and Angel Bunny and the animals from Fluttershy leans in, kind of. And it's not bad. It's a nice little tie-in to the storyline that happened with the episode. Of course, there are some weird choices that they did with the art style, but considering the artist and the really cartoony, goofy way that he does his art, you know, there's no big surprises there, but at the same time, that's a good thing. Oh, well, thanks.
Seriously, mute the mic, man. Get some
I don't have the fucking...
Get some NyQuil or something.
It's fucking
blow
allergies.
Blow it onto your elbow or something.
I know the allergies are bad, man. Believe me, I'm on like 5 different antihistamines right now, but you gotta watch.
Oh man, you must be feeling great. Drink some cider.
Oh, I'm not feeling great. I'm feeling something.
Do you want to stop the sniffles, or you don't want to feel your head anymore?
Yeah, that's a good question, right?
You're talking to a person who is addicted to painkillers and a bunch of other drugs to take more pills.
Touche. All right, just be careful with blowing your nose in the microphone, man. That's all I ask.
Dude, I have a headset without having able to turn off my mic through the remote.
I'm just asking.
I don't think that's an excuse.
Dude, I'm just asking, man. Come on. Any case, so the comic art style is definitely whimsical and weird, as art style normally is. The storyline, it does tie in rather well with the episode. There are a few weird plot holes that you can kind of self-explain away if you really, really want to. But other than that, yeah, it's not bad. Nice little tie-in, and of course, Angel Bunny gets plenty of comeuppance, but you also get the little storyline and silliness, and it pretty much fits into an entire issue. So I liked it. You know, it's not a great storyline. It's not a huge story arc, but it's fun. It's silly. It does exactly what a single issue comic should do, which is just be enjoyable, and that's it. Single storyline. That's it. Anybody have any comments that they want to throw in there?
I honestly did like this simply because it was a one of those rare moments of, hey, we're tying into the show. As opposed to it just being like, oh, this is non-canon. This actually took place during the show.
Yeah, they never ever say their comics are non-canon. They're always soft canon, unless something proves that, unless the show itself says otherwise, the comics are canon.
I'm about to come up to an agricultural stop in California. What should I tell them what I'm hauling? Should I say invasive plant/animal species known to the state of California? Let's see what happens if I say that.
I'm seeing bad shit.
Actually, it won't be as bad if it just says immigrants. I'm transporting immigrants.
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 I got migrant workers, and I told them one time, they're like, "What are you hauling?" And I was empty, so I said sailboat fuel, and the guy looked at me like really confused, like.
Well,
I'm like, I lean out the window and I go, that means it's empty.
What? No, why?
And then the guy said, fucking lead with that next time. Have a nice day. He like waved me through.
Dude, why would you just tell him that?
Man, how angry!
Why not?
I was like, whoa, someone needs to take a break.
Nah, you gotta give those guys a little credit. I mean, they're probably dealing with a bunch of bullshit from people that actually are trying to get away with stupid shit.
Dude, why didn't you just tell them that you're hauling a bunch of shit to no cough syrup?
In some states, I actually have to carry paperwork permits to transport medicine like that. If it contains alcohol, you got to have an alcohol handler's permit.
Yeah.
And that includes medicine. It was the dumbest thing. Because I have to stop. I have to pull over and stop at the scales, walk in, show them the permits, then get back on the truck, then go across the scale.
I need an alcohol permit to bring in rubbing alcohol. Who's dumb enough to drink rubbing alcohol?
Yes.
Homeless people.
No, there are dumb people. There are homeless people, high school kids. You got just.
I take that back. I saw idiots trying to make toilet wine in Job Corps.
There are.
Wow.
Don't ever ask who is dumb enough. There are people dumb enough. There's a
Yeah,
reason
I forgot.
there's a reason we have stupid laws and for obvious signs and stuff. People do this shit.
I was at a gas station and they have the hand sanitizer pump thingies on the pump, and this homeless dude. This is like it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and this homeless guy comes walking up to me, and I kind of like back up, and then I put my hand where my knife is on my belt, and I look at him kind of funny. He goes, I'm not gonna ask for any change, and then he goes up to the hand sanitizer thing and he goes click, 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 until he had a big old glob of it, and then he walks away, and I heard them go. I was like, well, time for me to get out of here.
Time to me to try to unsee what the fuck I just saw.
It's not gonna happen, but I can hope.
I'm like, wow, I would have given you $1 for a shot at the little glass bottles.
Any case,
I don't think that's good for you.
It isn't, not even a little bit. But let's get back on track here a little bit for the comic. Anybody else have any thoughts and opinions on the comic?
It just shows how much of a dick that Angel is.
Well,
I think that comic was a great comic, and if it wasn't a great comic, I would have not liked it.
Yeah, I have nothing to say.
Okay,
yeah, honestly,
okay.
it played to an actual thing that comics do, and that's to be just fun little moments of entertainment. Because there was funny scenes. If you can't see them, you can't enjoy the comic.
Well, that's the whole point of the comic, and why I don't just talk about them without pictures and everything. You actually have to see the comic. The art
Describe the pictures for me.
They're nicely illustrated.
Incredibly.
Oh, okay,
they're incredibly squashy, stretchy images. It's like okay, no, I don't want to compare it to that. That would actually put everybody
It's
off
like
forever.
South Park.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Ooh-wee, it is windy outside.
Yeah, the
right
one
now.
thing that
Jesus.
the one thing I'm going to knock on a little bit, they have the giraffe, and fair enough that the giraffe doesn't exactly look like a pony like the giraffe in the episode did, but why the elephant? The elephant is a one
It's
thing
elephant.
that the elephant.
I remember that.
But just the elephant. It's just like the oddly enough, for the lack of a better term, the elephant in the room when it comes to the comic. Maybe that was the joke they were going for. The literal elephant in the room. I don't know.
Stroke my trunk and watch me blow. Elephant the elephant.
Yes, Sketchy, you would like watching him blow.